Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Eccentric RockStar'Seed. I feel like someone is in a party mood tonight, and I have another. We're gonna just like shuffle the cards. I was intuitively led to pull out my intuitive deck. Someone wants you to know. What do they want you to know? Kind of what's the vibe when I picked this deck up, but at the same time, you just want to see what's going to come out. Excuse me, I had to belch. Keep in mind, tape or resonates, leave it does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you hear me pause like that, it's because I'm trying to belch, but I'm trying to muffle the sound so you don't hear it on camera. So let's get started. Again, it's a party vibe. So what I really feel like is you're combining two loves. Off the rip, I feel like there's partying. It's like social networking does consist of a little bit of partying, but also you're working, so you can't party but so hard because you don't want to slip and fall over all over the place. You don't want to be sloppy. You want to show up relaxed and poised. That's always the vibe. Well, that may be the intention. House 3, see? Fun, Gemini, and Aquarius. So you got an Aquarium energy right now. Somebody lighthearted, fun-spirited, says all the witty things, originality, philanthropy, and progressive images. And then Gemini is early learning, childhood relation, the rational mind, and communication. So what are we putting our heads together to figure out? I feel like someone wants to work with you. So for Aquarius, you're talking about conquering something. You're talking about you having the strength to overcome all challenges on your path to emotional and financial freedom and keep going and be unstoppable. And inspiration. You are somebody's muse. Someone doesn't like latrine. What do I mean when I say that? There's an Aquarius man who does not like women who speaks foul, who is on the vile side as it pertains to her opinions or her regard for other people. When you become influential in your field, you inspire people to step into their own greatness because you rose to your own first. I feel like he is almost similar to what Eminem said about Will Smith. You know, he doesn't cuss in his raps. Why do? So fuck him and fuck you too, kind of thing. So maybe there's a female. Maybe you're in the same industry. If you're social networking in the same space, the woman could be a little bit hard around the edges, a little rough around the edges. Maybe she come from an urban hood, or she's just, it never occurred to her to straighten her act up, something like that. Ew. Hold on, guys. My apologies. I saw, like, I don't like the dust buildup in my space. I have to wipe it off. All right. Someone's house 3, so from all your 12 houses, house 3 is Gemini. But someone's third house could be an Aquarius. Or you're just finding innovative ways to sell your products or sell yourself. You could be relocating to a different space and you're getting to know that space. You just want to get your feet wet in a new town, as they express. And nightlife and entertainment, I feel like it's a lot of social butterfly energy, especially with Aquarius and Gemini energy together. They are partners in crime. So you're going to become, instantly, you meet someone, it's like, how high? With Method Man and Redman, the chemistry of their friendship or their brotherhood, it's like they met each other and they've been tight ever since. You know what I mean? It's like that. Hi. So was I supposed to get one for... I just like this together. I like this whole dynamic together. Do I need more? Let's see, let's do more. As you can further amplify a little bit more for house 3, but I feel like I should be using a different deck. All right, both of these look like they want to come out. So you got lead. You want to develop the best way to work with your clients, create programs, packages, and products that help them solve their problems. Illustration, my point, step up. You don't want to be the best kept secret in your niche. Boost your visibility, step out of your shadows and into the spotlight to attract your ideal clients. That's what I mean when I say you're getting your feet wet in a new town. So that's cool. Entertain. Entertain. Your brand should educate and entertain your clients. So it should do a little bit of both. It could be actual factual. You always want to be actual factual about your products or about your information, but it doesn't have to be so stoic. I feel like you're eccentric. Make them smile, make them laugh, and feel great when they interact with you and your brand. I feel like someone has a new. I also see therapy. And you have believe, okay? Say yes to believing in yourself and in your business vision. Move forward knowing that your success is assured. So instantly when I read this card, I see someone needing a change of scenery because they were in a long-term karmic lesson. And the lesson wasn't drawn out, but it's just they had that sudden realization, that mental clarity with this Aquarius and Gemini energy, that it's effective communication, but it's effective in communicating that this is as far as we're going to go. We are stagnant in where we are, and this person is just itching for change. So you see how you can have a partner and you go communicate to your partner, hey, I've been having this intuitive nudge, or I just been feeling different lately where I don't feel like I'm really getting the recognition, or I feel like I should be doing something different. You know, that age-old conversation, and your partner is like, I'm not ready for change. They may not articulate it in that way, but they have that attitude where it's like, oh, here we go with the bullshit. I'm not ready for change. You know, I like where I am. What's wrong with what we have? You have to learn to be grateful. You know, that whole song and dance where it's like, what's really going on here? Let's talk about it. If I'm being pulled to go in a different direction, that's exactly what I'm going to do. One thing about it, you can't tell an Aquarius or a Gemini what to do. But when they are really like pouring into their emotions into you, they will communicate their needs. They will pour into you until it drains them and bleeds them dry, and then they will leave. So someone has a level of confidence. They have a level of cockiness. I like that though. And they want to do something different. So that's what you did. Maybe you want to be an artist of some sort. I feel like someone does do like painting. It can even be a musician, but an artist of some sort, and you did it. So intuitively speaking, you get your feet wet in this new town. And you instantly hit it off with someone who's an ideal business partner, someone who speaks from the same, who comes from not so much where you came from, but maybe you do, but they can help you. You each have experience in what you set out to do. So in actuality, I told you, clarity. Planning, releasing the illusions. Like, this is not, we're not going to act like this is it. It's only a 5, and a 5 could be changed. You see that? I say that, you know why? Some people are like, why do you always say that? The 5, when you see the 5s in the illustration decks, you're talking about conflicts, you're talking about subjects who change. Anytime you look at an angel number that says 5 of any kind, it's talking about change. So on the bottom, open connections, bright heart light, 18. Maybe when someone turned 18, they said, that's it. I want to go explore the world. I'm going to explore the world. I heard somebody opt out of the military. They had a plan to go to the military to travel the world, and they were intuitively led to do something different, and still, you will still get the same experience as to what you intended should you have went into the military. There's an easier way to do it. Not that the military is hard, it's just you don't have to do that. Someone was doing it for the benefits to travel, but you have to recognize give and take. If you're led to go to fight a war, to combat with another country, you have to do it, so you don't be dishonorably discharged. Someone's weighing out the pros and cons of what they want to do next, and that's the clarity they have with planning and releasing the illusion. It's not, I don't want to be too naive walking into something I'm not all the way good with. Like, for example, you can have strong conviction, but if it requires you to go blow up somebody in a country, excuse me for saying it like that, but you're not into that, so you're releasing the illusions. So this was a 5, this is an 18. Between the two is a 13. That's death or transformation, so that's subject to change. You drop the ego. Someone's getting a little bit more practical. And then you have divine masculine, which is a number 8. Life path number 8. Even the 18 could be a 7. So you got 5, 7, 7, 5, then an 8. Something had to change so you can keep moving forward. The 18 can break down to a 7. Sorry guys, I had to attend to my babies. I'm not sure where I left off. Oh, I was saying, I do remember something like the 18 breaks down to a 7, but then it goes to a 5 to avoid, to prevent conflict, to eliminate conflict. You're taking accountability because the 8 is divine masculine. That's taking action. That's pursuit. You don't have to be a man, but it's just the energy, divine masculine. And then you look on the bottom, you have sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. So regardless, miracles, ancient wisdom, 38, 39, achievement, 49. It's a big leap. It's like the missing pieces to the puzzle. Achievement, effort, plus intention. These are strong assets to a community. Very strong. Someone is a life path 4 too. Summoning power, instinct, intellect, control. You're meeting new friends. That people you can make y'all make money together. Those are your friends, by the way. You want people like that around you. And I also like, so if it's a male and a female dynamic, you two are going to be the best of friends forever. You know what I mean? Conquer. You have the strength to overcome all your challenges on your path to emotional and financial freedom. Keep going. Be unstoppable. See, both of you exude a slightly delusional level of confidence. And what's wrong with being delusionally confident? Right? So this is like an introduction to something, an opening act. That's a strong backbone. I mean backspin. 38. You could be 38. It could be a life. It could break down to an 11 too. And then you have miracles. 39. If you want to look at the pictures. I love the gold hues. Like it's very rich in color. So you're very, very rich in spirit. Gold. Gold is a good thing. So this could be someone who met you and have the mental clarity that, you know what, things happen for a reason. I'm glad I came here. I'm glad I've met you. Kind of thing. I see marriage too, but I see marriage in a sense where it could be just a commitment to your career, to something you may have started or began and you just want to keep going with it. Yeah. Miracles. I hear Tina Marie, miracles need wings to fly. I may link that song if I remember. Ancient wisdom. You do have what it takes. You do come from a space of experience and achievements. Some about your achievements. 39, 49, 38, 39, 49. I see progression. You may have money in the bank before this year is over. Like the right, different tax bracket type of money in the bank. Pause for a second. Let's see. Let's talk about it. I want to read something for... Someone's feeling incredibly creative. Miracles is the high priestess of ancient societies hold the spark of human consciousness between her fingers. So you could be getting away to focus on yourself. And somewhere with you focusing on yourself, you meet the right people. Naturally, it keeps your algorithm up. It keeps the energy high. But the gathering the energy of the heavens above and connecting it to the resonance of the earth below. I'm sorry. I don't even remember where we started off, but we started with bright, open hearts. So, open connections. This peaceful yet powerful priestess of the heart comes to you unbounded hope and meaningful connections. She's emerging from the forest where lush green vegetation grows all around her, like the women pictured here. You want to see? Isn't she pretty? This gives me Capricorn vibes. Some of you could have Capricorn prominent in your chart. These are just bonus cards over here. But listen though, even if you try reaching out to the world, even if you try to contain it, Your soul light is energetically vibrant and always longing to connect. So this marks a time of opening up for you. You may have been feeling disconnected or isolated lately by your own choosing or due to circumstances outside of your control. Either way, you're getting ready to come out of the trees and forge the profound soul-to-soul connections that enrich your life and bring you into alignment with what God feels of unlimited abundance. So this is giving me Quranic verse, surah number 28, which would be chapter 28, verse number 24. And that's what Moses said when he had to flee the town. When you recite Quran, I'm sorry, not that one. Lord, I'm in need of whatever good that you may send down on me. Send down for me in need. Rabbi inni lama anzalta ilayya min khairun fakir. That's how you say it in Arabic. Okay. This is a powerful card of manifestation. When you open your heart to receive from and give to others, the Most High itself sends kindred souls willing to share their heart light, assistance, and solutions with you. You hear what I'm saying? So you taking this step purely out of like blind faith, not by sight. And on a purely practical level, this card could portend blossoming friendships and perhaps new love on the horizon. I don't see the love as the first most honest response. I see the friendships. You know, it's time to release your hesitation. Let yourself trust and open up to the honoring support all around you. So when you look at that, and then you have the clarity, you're planning and you're releasing the illusions. The Eagle Priestess heralds a time of productivity and clarity for you. This card is telling you to sharpen your focus on your own goals right now. You have the vision, now make your plans and set them in motion. Think of how the eagle's lofty perspective allows it to see far off prey and adjust its actions, anticipating changes before they arise. Real plans, not just fantasies, are called for. So get clear about your goals and what it will take to achieve them. It's like clearly decide what you want right now so it can come to you. This newfound clarity requires you to release any present or past illusions you've been holding on to. So these may be false assumptions about situations or people in your environment. So be honest with yourself about others' intentions and about your own plans and their potential outcomes. I feel like you're kicking ass. Once you made this move, you have been unstoppable. You have been fierce. You have been fierce. You have been ferocious. Okay. Illusions also sometimes encompass deeper aspects about yourself. So even if you think you no longer carry like old hurts or misinformation, you may be subtly influenced by fears and limitations you've unwittingly accepted as truth. And everybody makes mistakes, so it's no judgment on this channel. You know, the eagle calls you to look deep within and reclaim your inner strength. As you do so, your true power becomes more clearly directed and your creativity starts to take shape. So you see how that aligns when you stop with the negative talk. It could be pessimism. It could be fear-based. The vibrant golden color surrounding the eagle signifies greater mental activity and brightness of the mind. So greater value is coming to your life. No exceptions. Don't be surprised to find the time before you opening up with new ideas and accuracy and inspiration, even prosperity. It's time to get clear about who you are, what you want, and how you're going to get there. This card is telling you plan, prepare, and prosper. You dig? So when you get to the divine masculine, this is talking about electric, active power, like taking account of masculine energy takes the lead. They take accountability. So the card of Osiris, the master of resurrection. I'm not really sure, but I'll hold it up for divine masculines. He heralds a time of active, creative energy in your life. He fuses his own inner light within the power of eternal vibration of universal consciousness. I feel like the music from Batman should be playing in the background. You see what I'm saying? Like the intensity and the drama of what you're about to do next. Like this is a Broadway production. This is Hollywood, Lion Gates production. What you're about to do next. All eyes are about to be on you. He fuses his own inner light with the powerful and eternal vibration of universal consciousness, being newly empowered in every cell and every thought. The hawk that sits on his shoulders has a strong life force and an intense energy. This card indicates that you are entering this field of expansive energy at this time. So in flight, the hawk has great vision and the ability to communicate with the spirit of creation. And this is an important message for you. I got a song for you. You are moving into a time of great creative and productive energy. What have you been doing with your time in the past, I don't know, 8 months? So let yourself consider what project or activity is calling to your soul, whether it's a new business, a novel, or a work of art. For some of you, it's all three. You just working at an all-time high. What is that movie Scarlett Johansson did where she took a pill and most humans use 10% of their brain, and she took a pill to activate utilizing 100% of her brain. Lucy. That's what it feels like. I feel like you're just in your prime, or you're just at an all-time sharper replica of yourself. Whether it's now is the time to focus on this type of endeavor. This is what you need to be fixated on if you haven't. But I can't say that you haven't. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like you made certain maneuvers and you curbed some people or some things, and things are starting to align for you. Your own resonance vibrates with an absolutely electric connection with the Most High, the inspiration and accelerated action. That's what it feels like, accelerated action. In fact, you may emerge from this time feeling not only reinvigorated, but even more reinvented, more so. But on a personal level, this card can signify an approaching relationship with a man. It may be a new romance, or it could be a strong friendship or business connection. I'm thinking the latter too. Because when you're that kind of sharp, you try not to waste it on romance. I could be speaking to a more mature crowd, or somebody who's just wise beyond their years. You try not to waste it on that, because it has that potential of stagnating you and the other person. That's not what we're doing right now. The man brings fresh ideas and dynamic energy into your life. So be conscious of any new opportunity. So you remember, as you receive the guidance and support, you always maintain your own creative intention and listen to your own intuitive voice. So you making your own money. And then this sensuality. What is the sensuality supporting this divine masculine, or this divine masculine is showing up? It's all about this divine masculine and how he could have been the primal resource after God. God used this person to activate your ascension, your higher self. So when I see this, it's like the majestic tiger gazes to the right into your future. It alerts to the new adventures and passions about to be awakened in your life. They're about to be. His thick coat and sinewy muscles relay a classic expression of sensuality and movement. This energy is present for you too. So it's time to open up to a more sensuous side of life, a touch, to taste, to see and hear. Somebody's playing with a lot of aromatics too, around the house and in your food. And here with a heightened appreciation and awareness. The tiger is calling you to slow down and really experience the joys of the senses. So in a sexual sense, someone is like really giving you the climax of your life. That's for some. And savor every moment of a beautiful scene, a sweet taste, or tender touch that sparks soul appreciation. The resulting energetic momentum brings you in alignment with the beauty, the bliss of the Most High. So it's like he's pointing out what's lacking in your life, and he's inflicting your heart with those feelings so you can go fight for it. In addition, a more passionate sensuality may be on the rise. Don't dismiss this potential for shared excitement and increased sexuality. The tiger totem also brings messages of divine feminine wisdom and devotion for tigresses or devoted mothers. So this may foretell a period of dedicating more time to your family, or even a new devotion to the needs of your own sweet inner child. So you listen to your intuition in these and all matters. Like the wisdom is alive in you and ready to advise. So for me, if you're going through a space of grievance, for example, to put it in humane terms, that's the time to really like slow down and just cater to that inner child, because that's painful to have to grieve. But don't be fooled. However, the rise of the feminine, this girl right here, the gentle nature is matched by great power at this time. So tigers often hunt at night. So you may be a night owl. You may experience an increase in evening activities, both social and professional. You might also be feeling more adventurous and more willing to take risks. In fact, you may now find yourself becoming more passionate about a great many things, a lot of different things. That's what I was talking about. You might just be activating more of your brain than you've used, or what you've been, or what societal standards require you to use. So enjoy your newfound zest for life. That's what it feels like to me. It's a newfound zest for life. So these bonus cards, the miracles, the ancient wisdom. So let me find out you're ethereal and practical. Like you're a duality type of teacher. You can teach it from a spiritual sense and a logical sense. So you're you could be a therapist or a psychiatrist or someone who just studies psychology or practice psychology more than what societal standards requires. So for miracles, the high priestess of ancient societies holds a spark of human consciousness between her fingers, gathering the energy of the heavens above and connecting it to the resonance of the earth. Serenely focused, she aligns these powerful frequencies with the unseen vibrations of universal intention. She's a priestess of mysteries, representing miracles, divinity, and magical wisdom and power. So you got a lot of, you're multifaceted. That's what that says to simplify. Ancient societies vibrated at a frequency powerful enough to build a miraculous structure, including the Great Pyramids of Egypt, the singular stone obelisk, arranged in formations designed to direct massive amounts of energy. This is a woman I hear, she has a very deep voice, like Grace Jones. Her voice is very like heavy. Like even Beyonce's voice can sound a little heavy at times. Like I just heard that. That's a side note. Amounts of energy. They revel the magical feats achievable by harnessing the power of ancient wisdoms and inner knowing. So this card tells you that you now have the ability to approach your life in a profoundly aligned way. You are moving into a time when miracles of every nature can be manifested. In fact, they are your birthright. Great accomplishments are yours when you let go of striving and open yourself to the ancient wisdoms, quietly filtering through the part of your consciousness connected to the eternal truths. So you look at this card, it's like blue Reiki lights radiates around this medicine woman. So you Dr. Quinn out on these streets? Let me find out. Indicating that these upcoming miracles may include healing. You have that wisdom to reestablish order and balance in your physical, mental, and emotional life. But this is a reminder to engage in sacral physical practices such as yoga, dancing, tai chi, qigong, or walking in nature, just to simplify it for people who don't get into all of that, as well as sacred mindful practices such as prayer and pondering and meditation. So you focus and serenity will power your consciousness. A lot of focus. Just pay attention to what you're feeling. As you know, it's a creation as you journey deep into your inner knowing. So a lot of people don't do a lot of shadow work. Let's just be honest. You are a seer and great manifester. Your own ancient wisdom will unlock the door to life, and it changes miracles. So, what's up with achievements? I like this card because it looks winter. It looks like a winter. It looks cool, you know. So, this is the priestess of white buffalo. White buffalo stands shoulder to shoulder with the mighty. Hold on, let me make sure you see it. The mighty beast. is bringing a message about the direction in your life, of your life. She reveals that you will achieve success by aligning your conscious intentions with the drive and energy that you focus on your goals. Some people have clear, specific intentions, yet their efforts fall short due to confusion, misdirection, or even just laziness. Confusion. Somebody feels very confused right now about what they're supposed to be doing next and what to do with the intuitive nudges or what you may see in your mind's eye. They don't know what to do with the information. Some people have clear, specific intentions, yet their efforts fall short due to bullshit. Just being on bullshit. Let me just say it the way I know how to say it. But in other professional terms, others put a lot of effort into their lives, but their intentions are unclear or even full of doubt, which makes no sense. It's like it makes the whole thing counterproductive. The message here is to bring the two together in a lucid and a logical way. So understand your true intentions and take responsibility for the effort you put into them every day. So this could be you balancing your masculine and feminine energy all together. So the buffalo in this picture are methodical in their movement. And they have humps on their shoulders, and that's symbolic of the ability to carry heavy loads. You could be carrying tension in your shoulders, the back of your head, like the knot in the back of everybody's head, like right underneath that like where your head starts to curve in, or like right in the back of your head where that nugget is. So that's like where the skull ends, and the rest of it will be like your spine. You know what I mean? It's probably a medical term for it. I just can't think of it right now. But listen, this represents the systematic energy needed when attempting to bring your intentions to fruition. So abundant success is assured when you apply planned and patient effort to the intentions that truly resonates with your heart. This energy feels like somebody was a disaster magnet until they ran across the right people. There's just something on a whim. You just change course and change direction just because the flow of the wind moved you that way. And it's not like an airhead, it's just like a free spirit. It's like somebody who is just living in the moment and they stumbled across the right resource. That was God working for you, you know? Since the white buffalo in this picture is so sacred and rare, this card brings a special message. It's time to raise your intentions and take your effort to a higher level. Bring prayer to your path and you will ignite the illuminated abundance that this beautiful creature signifies. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. We're done. That was like 30 minutes of like pearls of wisdom and stuff that I feel like this part of the reading just helps you make a lot of comments make sense out of everything you're feeling. It's like it makes you feel discombobulated or you're just all over the place. That I just helped you kind of like clarify, break it down, have a sense of direction, all that jazz. What else? What else can I pull from this before I go to the next phase of it? Intuitively speaking. So you're going to have some real strong friends. Believe in yourself. And don't be boring in your content. Something like that. All right, let's keep going. So I've been picking up on divine feminine, for the feminine energy. Oh. Justice. Six of Swords. Three of Pentacles. What did I say about traveling? Dipping your feet into a new town, nightlife and entertainment, and getting to know the city and getting to know the new space that you're in. Justice in the upright. It's something you stood up for yourself. And the Six of Swords is talking about traveling. Six of Swords does talk about traveling, moving to calmer waters. No arguing. You're moving away from everything that's toxic, that has that potential of making you feel stagnant. The Three of Pentacles talks about mastering a craft, and it also talks about collaboration. You are perfecting yourself. Whew. You cannot make this shit up. Don't they always say that? And what's on the bottom? Six of Wands. Six of Wands on the bottom. That's notoriety. You went somewhere and blew up. You could have left the United States and just blew up. You went to Europe and just made it do what it do. But everybody, you could come from the deep parts of the South. You can come from lower, like impoverished, not so money addressed parts of the United States where they inflict it could be highly democratic there, where they the type of people, the mindset of the people are fear-based, so that's often weaponized against them. And you took a chance and believed in yourself and made something bigger for yourself. Five of Wands is in reverse on the bottom. Five of Wands in the upright is like chaotic. Let's go. Let's argue. Let's fight. Let's roll on this motherfucker. No, when it's in reverse, it's like I reached a peaceful resolution. I want to apologize. Okay, I want to make things right. I want to avoid conflict. Somebody could be antagonizing you and making you feel like you are soft, like ethnics are like using peer pressure to instill fear as one last ditch effort to stop you from progressing, because they are afraid that it might actually work, but they themselves are afraid to make shit happen for themselves, so they're afraid for you, and you ignored it. You diffuse the whole fight because it's enough to enrage you. So I feel like you're somebody who always had big dreams. You're very futuristic. You have a lot of goals and aspirations. It's like, well, sitting here on the stoop with you, motherfucker, talking about it is not going to get the shit done. Somebody's got to make a move. Like JoJo Dancer with Richard Pryor, when his first wife, little girl he married from his hometown, like 17, 18 years old, and she's talking about, they got all the way to the bus. He even got into a fight with his dad about this shit. And he finally stood up for himself. He's like, I'm going to go make it big. Okay, go ahead. You know, after he left, his dad regretted it. But he was scared as all fuck. If you look at the storyline, he was very nervous. But he knew he was destined for greatness. That's how I feel about you. Some of you are Sagittarius, because Sagittarius energy balances masculine and feminine energy. I feel like you want to beat the system. You want to outsmart the system. You want to get out of the matrix. What else? With the Five of Wands being in reverse, you just stop talking. And the Six of Wands is like, you got put on blast for this shit. Like, oh, this person think they gonna go and be a Hollywood star. You know, the pessimism and the cynicism of the people, and they start talking shit on your name and speaking ill on your name. I just think you outgrew the information and the exhaustion of being around people who not even qualified to be a conformant, because they don't even think for themselves. Okay, at least as a conformant, most people follow a systematic approach. They rarely color outside those lines. Okay, but to me, to a motherfucker like me, I am a non-conformant. You look at the name of this channel, it's eccentric. Like, I walk to the beat of my own drum. I used to take ass whoopings as a child to do what I wanted to do what I believed was right. The ass whooping was worth it because I did what I believed was right. I cannot listen to you tell me what I know in my chest to be true. And I feel like that's who I'm talking to. I stand up for people like that. Okay, what else? Somebody's nerves are so bad, you may take a little shot of like an alcoholic drink and just go for it. You get into a fight with your family, you sit and ponder to yourself. Even if it's not your immediate family, you know your family to be a certain way. You're going to always respect and love them, but you know they don't have the right mindset. They don't have your brains for big business. Like, this is somebody, and then you got somebody, you could have a romantic partner who's jealous of your progress. You had, like, y'all could have known each other for years or just been together for a very long time, and at one time y'all were very compatible. Y'all aligned beautifully because you didn't grow into yourself as much as you are now. Like, what you did back then, you were young and naive back then, but that's progress. That's growing pains. That's humanity. Humanity is constantly evolving. Your brain constantly needs food. You constantly have to study, read, learn, release. Like, when things resurface that were once an issue or a concern for you, it's telling you to address it so you can move on, so you can release it. That's what that means. And a lot of people don't do that. They don't have healthy habits. Healthy mental health at this point is like, it's no excuse to have an all-time high of so many people being diagnosed with bullshit because they don't want to use their brain muscles. The Hierophant is in reverse. I'm trying to beat the matrix. I'm trying to beat the system. I do not want to sit here stagnant and spend the next generation and have a baby and make a new creation, another generation, and they do the same, sitting here with limited resources. I have to take a chance. I just have to. It screams at me to do that. And what's on the bottom? The Hierophant. I'm sorry. That was the Hierophant in reverse. The Mystic, that's in reverse. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about, it could be religious, it could be an organization, it could even be the damn government. And you just don't want to be on welfare no more. It's in reverse. Like, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to embody that entrepreneur spirit. So I want to go where like-spirited people are. Not even like-minded, because we're going well past the ego. We dropped the ego a long time ago. And then you have the Empress further amplifying that. So the Empress can, for some, talk about marriage, motherhood, pregnancy, but it also talks about all that you are passionate about. You can create anything. And it just look at these, put the Empress with these cards. It's like, I don't see why you can't do it. I don't see why not. You see that? Believe in yourself. Entertain the people. In this creative niche, you just have a way. You don't have to be a woman to see the Empress. You just can be very nurturing, and you take your craft very serious. And people who are narrow-minded, they have that one-dimensional mindset. The craft, I'm not talking about witchcraft. I'm talking about whatever your talents and multifaceted nature is. Calm down. And then you got the Four of Wands under that. And I knew I felt the death of transformation, because when you put these cards, the bright heart light card, 18 and 5, it started out with that. 18 subtract 5 is 13. That's the death of transformation. That's what I was talking about. So you have the Empress, the Four of Wands. You graduated. You could have been the first person in a long time to graduate college. So with this group of people, now that I think about it, this could be your ancestors. Somebody like 3 to 4. I heard 3 to 4 generations back studied. They went to college at this point. So 3 to 4 generations back is what, 2000, 1980s, the 60s, the 40s. They were like highly educated. So that's somebody who's going all the way back to like the 40s and 50s, something like that. That was the last time anybody took any initiative to self-proclaim, self-educate, self-progress. They started that entrepreneurship, and you get the apple don't fall far from the tree. It's just that it skipped so many damn generations since then. Whatever happened since then, you could probably consider witchcraft now. You know, with 3 to 4 generations later, yeah, motherfuckers ain't followed. This motherfucker opened the door for your family, for you to raise your family name in society and status, and just better, just to be. You can't travel if you can't read. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't do much if you don't have education. And nowadays you see a lot of children are failing themselves or being failed by the people who just don't believe in it. They just checked out. Mental health, it just took over. It's a mind fuck, because I feel like it took over. It's the new way to overtake families, lower income families. I just see it in all tax brackets. I see a little bit of it in all tax brackets, to be fair. But you see the mental health issues is shutting. Y'all having too much liberation. Y'all having too much fun. Like, how are we going to shut this down? And it's the whole mental health thing. Like, who's to say that you're not mentally ill unless you're actively ignoring progress? You see what I'm saying? So this Empress, it could be the mother line, could even be the women in the father line. But this is a feminine energy. This is somebody's ancestors. Or you are an embodiment tradition, like people who survived slavery, or was just a free person. Even if you didn't embody slavery, maybe you have some family that's come from slavery and some that didn't. They had resources. They created stuff. They opened the door so that it could keep going. And somewhere along the lines, fear took over again and just stopped. It just stopped progress. But you could be a generational curse breaker with the death of transformation. That is death, an ego death. Sit down and do the shadow work kind of thing. North node versus south node with the lovers. You have soulmates or a soulmate coming. Your best friend could be your soulmate, also a life partner, but that's a lifelong friend and a lifelong somebody who will always have your best interests at heart. It's more than just being a friend. Anybody can be a friend. What type of friend? A shitty friend, a toxic friend, or a real friend. You know, somebody that you can grow and evolve with. And so I feel like somebody could be reminiscing now or looking back on it now that you're gone. Like, damn, you don't see people like that come around every day. I wish I'd have learned more from that person. Now you see that person on a broader platform because they beat the odds. This can also mean changing religion. Hermit, introspection. Again, talking about friends. I gotta blow my nose. Collective, if it makes sense, like, share, and subscribe. I gotta blow my nose though. You have brought somebody to tears. I'm hearing that intuitively. You brought somebody to tears because you really bust your ass to do things very different than what you came from. You don't reflect where you came from. If I sound a little teary, it's because I just blew my nose. 2 of Wands is on the bottom, clarifying that terrifying. Listen, you took a different course of action. I could stay stagnant and be okay with welfare. I'm just using welfare as an example. Or I can change parties, change my mind, change my life. It's not enough. I'm not fulfilled with where I came from. It doesn't reflect my spirit, where I came from. And that's okay. It's okay to be different. Sometimes people scare you out of being different because, you know, insecure. They just insecure. And then they rather struggle with the 10 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords is in reverse. You could have spoke your mind. 9 of Swords, stress and anxiety. Like, how does this make sense? Mental health. Stress and anxiety cause other issues. And the 10 of Wands is a burden. It's burdened with responsibilities. Why you got more bills than income when you got all these bright ideas and you're not using them? 7 of Swords is like exposure. Like the stuff you keep a secret. You put it out there. I feel like you could have took something that you could have. For some of you, you took an idea and it worked out. And you did it on the strength that you had the heart to do it, where your family or a parental figure may have felt like, I can't do it. I don't have the bravery to do it. I have the creativity. I can always be your advisor, but I don't have your brains for big business. I can't do it. Kind of thing. You tough, whoever you are, because you had the balls to do it. Like, it's being exposed. Like, I'm putting it on a public platform. You deserve better. It's just out of respect that you deserve better. This could be for somebody's mother. As smart as you are, as all the things I know you're capable of doing, you ain't got the drive to do it or the ambition. You just didn't do it. And I'm not here to tear you down. I'm gonna do it for you. Not that you don't have ideas of your own. It's just you built a platform so it could be done. And now somebody appreciates you where they was fucking up before, cussing you out about it before. They appreciate you now. Give your relationship a chance. You got to make peace with where you came from. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. I know myself to be a certain way, and I don't like to bend on it. I'm a very fixed person. I'm stubborn, ruthless, I'm not heartless. I just learned to use my heart a lot less as it pertains to certain social groups. Yes, this is your soulmate. I'm not here to fuck around with y'all. Okay? You can fuck around if you want to. You can play me for a fool if you want to. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yes, this is your soulmate. Yes, this is the right path for you. Give it a chance. Past life relationship. You've known yourself to be wealthy your whole damn life. You probably was already wealthy, and then you reincarnated, and now you're wealthier. You know yourself to be a certain way. So anything playing small just not is not in your molecules. Okay? The situation is calling for you to have trust, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. It don't got nothing to do with, obviously, you know I'm not talking about a romantic partner. Even though operating in a high algorithm like that does bring in a romantic partner. Okay? I'm just saying. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. It's your chance to be happy too. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.